go for it. And the Grubers, Steve and Ivy Gruber, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for putting us on your network and having the faith in us. Today, the fitness gurus are in the house. Melody Schoenfeld, MACSCS, and Lee Boyce, Studley McStudley. These two people have written a book, Strength Training for All Body Types, and I will put the picture image of the book up when I do the video so you guys can see it and go get it, because it's so well done. It's a very, very detailed book. All right, I want to ask Melody first. Melody, when you started your collaboration with Lee, had you had this on your plate for a while and this idea and this concept? And then tell everybody quickly about how you met Lee, please.
Okay, well, this is my third book.
Okay.
And my other two were not co-authored. But I met Lee at a conference, six years ago, 7 years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. I don't know. No, I think just knowing you just feels like forever, Lee.
I get that. You know, Lee is quite the he's quite the guy, isn't he?
Yeah, we hit it off immediately. Like, we got each other as soon as we met. Like, I was like, all right, I need to hang with this dude. And so we became real good friends, and we just kind of, like, I kept saying, we got to do something together. Like, I don't know what, but we got to do a thing. And then we were like, okay, well, let's do a video. So we did a video that he did for his Tall Guy Tuesday. That was just pretty much like, we're going to both do the same movement and superimpose those so you can see how it looks different when I do it and when he did it. And it was pretty popular, that post. And I was like, we should do something with that. I was like, what do you think about writing a book? And he was like, I've always wanted to write a book. And he's like, it's funny that you say that, because Human Kinetics, which is my publisher, just approached me to ask me to do a book on this other thing, but I don't really want to do a book on that thing. I want to do a book on this thing. So I ran it by my publisher, and they were like, well, it's a good idea, but we don't think you can write that much about that subject. And I was like, let me prove you wrong. And so we sent them a table of contents, and they were like, let's do it. So
cool. Well, just so Lee, set this up, because Lee is like, he's a very tall man, and Melody, go ahead, set that up, because you two are like kind of like the odd couple a little bit. Go ahead, Lee.
5 feet tall on a good day.
Yeah, I'm 6'4", so we definitely have opposite or opposing body types, which is great, because it really emphasizes kind of two polarities that are both equally in a certain amount of need fitness information that's specific to those types that the book has to offer, that there's really no literature on outside of our book as far as like real guides go. So we were happy to make this and have ourselves as sort of living, breathing, walking, talking examples of two kind of people on fringe of sides of the spectrum. And I think that that's a very important thing for us, that we're examples of the exact issues that we would point out in this book.
All right, I need to jump in here, because I don't typically do this, but I want to read this off of the back of the book. So take a minute for you guys. Just take a chill here. Everybody is different. This is coming directly off of the back of the book, and I read this. And I got to share this with listeners. Short, tall, or big all over. See how this fits. Training should be designed to accommodate each athlete's unique joint angles, bone lengths, overall body structure, and strength training for all body types. The science of lifting and levers. Lee Boyce and Melody Schoenfeld have created a resource that explains how different bodies manage various exercises and how to best take advantage of physical attributes to optimize those movements. I'll stop there, because I wanted to kind of let you guys have, a minute each to talk about where we want to take this and helping people understand. Melody, you first. Throughout this show, what do you think people can expect to hearing with our conversation about lifting, fun, having fun? What do you want? What's the message you'd like people to take away?
That not everybody's form is going to look like the textbook, I think is what it comes down to. And it's funny, because when our book came out, you can write reviews about it on Amazon. And I saw that one of the reviewers was like, Yeah, this is fine if you're a beginner trainer, but like if you have any experience with people, you already know this stuff. And I don't think that's true. I know a lot of experienced trainer who have never even thought about how bodies have to look different when they train. It's always like, nope, gotta look like this. If it doesn't look like this, it's wrong. So, you know,
All
I
right.
don't think that's intuitive knowledge.
Hold that thought, Lee. I'll come back to you to finish this thread because we're going to go to break here.